This is no fantasy, no careless product of wild imagination. No, my good friends, these indictments I've brought you today, specific charges listed herein against the individuals, their acts of treason, their ultimate aim of sedition. These are matters of undeniable fact. I ask you now to pronounce judgment on those accused.
Pop Culture Rock says, I've said for the longest time that these people do not know what heroes are. They write themselves, and they just call those characters heroes. That's a great point. Pop Culture Rocks, yeah, they just write themselves and they say, you know, those people are heroes. They are villains with no moral guide at all.
You scared? Yeah, you scared, ain't you, bitch, nigga? I can smell the bitch in you. Ooh, that's vintage, bitch.
What kid wants 2 faggot daddies? Faggots!
Over on the Epic store, the $100 deluxe edition. It's now on sale for just $5.
You know what though? Every single game that Baby has worked on this year.
You are absolutely. That's why you're on the naughty list.
I swear, trust me.
Well, that's why you're on the naughty list because you're being naughty right now. So you're gonna be on the naughty list if you keep talking like that.
No, because Father Christmas is not being very nice to me.
Because you're being naughty, so you're on the naughty list.
No, I'm not. I'm on the good list actually.
You're not because you ain't being good.
I am on the good list. If you keep saying that word again and again and again, I'm not on naughty list.
Father Christmas rang me last night when I was at work and said, you better tell Jackson to start being a good boy or he's going to stay on the naughty list and he won't get no presents for Christmas. That's what he said to me. So you got to start being a good boy.
You know, do I have to cut to him?
No, you won't do. Mate, what?
Punch him. Punch his spears off.
You're just silly, man.
But trust me, I'm not on bad list.
Say it! Say it!
Girls, what's just happened?
So, there's an ice cream van there. Selling just 2 ice creams with 2 chewing gums in it.
Yeah.
For bloody £9 for 2 of them.
£9 for 2?
Yeah, £9. That is gonna get nowhere. The one that comes on my street is either £1 a piece or £2. That is gonna get nowhere with that.
No, he ain't, is it?
No, he ain't.
That's well bad, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you should know. And he only does bloody card. Stood there with my cash. Bloody hell.
That's well bad, isn't it?
Bloody well bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, bet he can hear me.
Shane, it's okay, man. I know.
He looks like he's getting ready to ass rape him. I don't know, man.
Oh, no, that's those panels on the bottom, but that middle panel is just
That middle right there is just a bro hug right there.
Yeah,
in the
2
middle.
friends. Yeah. I can't believe she fucking left me because I was in debt $20,000. Lucky the Vince cover. Oh, God. What the hell? That is so gay.
Yeah, it is.
I am sick and tired of faggots.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book.
Yeah, appreciate the shout out. He went hard canceling me and didn't move the needle at all. He gained me sales, if anything. Why is he a faggot like this? He's a greasy little faggot.
Like, would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
For having me on here.
What
That's
a
interesting.
greasy little fucking slimy faggot he is. He is the most feminine.
I can't say anything. Look how I'm dressed. I mean, I got no business calling anybody a greasy faggot.
When you watch as much porn as the 3 of us, and I'm not talking about the nice, like, respectable porn you can even tell people. I'm talking about backroom casting. I'm talking about hentai. I'm talking about tentacle, monster rape, facial abuse, hard R, things that are really hard to wank to.
Only niggas would do some shit like this. If this, I don't even know what these motherfuckers look like, but I know this is goddamn nigga moment.
You are a hoe ass nigga.
I am here to ask you a favor. The book comes out next DC Tuesday, October 24th, but already the haters and the queer foes are out in force, doing everything they can to see that this book tanks. They use code and they make it sound like they have legit problems with a book they haven't read yet. But the truth is, they just don't like that there's a queer hero in the upper ranks of the DCU.
I don't think that it's that they don't like that there's a queer hero. I think that they realize that you just took somebody that wasn't and turned them into that. Because if you made a standalone character as a fagoat, as a lesbian, the lesbian would succeed faster than the fagoat. Because let's be honest, that's not who reads these comics. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about today. I am Hammerhand, but you already knew that. This is Pop Culture Rocks, man, and we got a subject here that I think is pretty friggin' interesting. But before I get to that, man, let me get to the messaging at hand here. Dusty Rugburn is in the house. What's going on, man? First to the table. Good to see you, bro. YouTube pulling my sub from you, man. That's some bullshit. Yeah, they do it all the time. If you if you don't go through your subscriptions list every once in a while, every maybe 3 or 4 weeks, and check to see who's there and who's not, chances are very good that YouTube is going to start de-ranking people that you have chosen to sub to. Of course, I'm going to be one of them. It is what it is, man. Sultanar's in the house, man. Look at him popping these links. Pop that No, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. I shouldn't say that. Not here. There's Churin's present. Look at all these links, man. Thank you, Sultanar. I appreciate you, man. If you're craving some of Hammer's old content, man, check out the archives on Odysee, and they go back quite some way. There's another one right here. There's Odysee right there. Odysee right there. Oh man, there's another Odysee right there. Also, what did we get? Why am I clicking 2 of these at once? Check out Hammerhand's archives on the Internet Archive, archive.org. That is a good place to go to get way fucking back there. Way back there. Like in the first 6 months of when I started doing this stuff, which I do appreciate everybody sticking in and doing their thing. So, my goodness, man. Hammering them fucking links, bro. Thank you. Much appreciation. Skeleton is in the house. So what's up, Skeleton? How you doing, man? Sotonar, there might be some of the older debates in this guy's chronic archives. He has a lot of stuff from earlier channels, and I've not watched all of them. Yes, Grouchy Smurf. Papa Smurf is the one that was archiving all of that stuff. Now, I don't know if Grouchy is still with us, but you can go over to internetarchive.org and punch in almost any MGTOW creator that you can think of, and something is going to show up there. So that is not a bad deal at all, man. Shout out to the 30 sets of eyeballs over here on the YouTube at this point in time. Much appreciation. 30 sets over here on the Rumble Dumble, man. 5 strong. It's a little early this evening, 6 o'clock. We have a titan of comic artistry, probably the best Spider-Man artist, the most, I don't want to say progressive in the term that we know progressive to mean. I mean, as in progressing Spider-Man, progressing the art of Spider-Man, of the Amazing Spider-Man. Todd McFarlane has come out and said some things that have got some people's feathers ruffled, and I want to go through it. I have not watched the video for clarity's sake. I jumped in about 10 seconds of it when I saw it pop up on X, and I'm like, oh, stop. I'm going to we're going to go and watch this together. I want to see what he's got to say. I appreciate honest, raw reactions, even if they suck, even if they're not great. You know what I'm saying? Rexus Kolovrat, man. Hello. What's up, man? How you doing, Rexus? Good to see you. Alucard kills. Oh, we changed that. Alucard's killing now. What's up, gents? Man, good to see you, bro. Char, look at this, man. Asnabal. The red comet is in the house, bro. That ain't bad. Ketamine Trout, man. Hammer swing on a Wednesday? Man, let's get it. I keep telling y'all every Sunday, I'm like, man, maybe I'll try to get in there, Monday, Tuesday, and just the schedule just is not good for that. So when I have the opportunity to jump in here and say a few things, especially on the pop culture side of things, the comic side of things, as you can tell, we're pretty invested on the comic side of things. I'm working on a series right now. Well, is it a series? It could be a series. That's an idea. It was going to be one long form video, one long form format video. And it's going to be, in my opinion, the best 50-book run in comic history. Why 50 books? You'll find out. Hold on. Now, I'm not gonna show you any of the covers, but these right here are part of the setup for that 50-book run. Oh, hold on. This, by the way, was what Tim Sheridan was talking about when he took the OG Green Lantern and turned him into a pole smoker. Meeting motherfuckers on the docks. The most disgusting, filthy piece of shit. I'm going to go back through this at some point in time, and we're going to compare and contrast it with original issues of the OG Green Lantern. And we're going to see what Tim Sheridan did to that property with the blessing of DC. He fucking destroyed it. He destroyed it is what he did. If there was any chance that that character was ever going to make a comeback, it is gone. Plain and simple, it's gone. RP Colossus, man. Good to see you, bro. All the simps on that naughty list. There's a bunch of them too, bro. There's a bunch of them. Sotanar, man, get that Rumble link. Todd McFarlane jumping in on the AI train. Is that a good thing? It is not. It is not a good thing. It is not a bad thing. It is a progress thing. And we'll get to that in just a minute, man. Green Linux Penguin, man. Sotanar McGregor getting some props. As all of you should have. I appreciate you, all of you, man. Char Asnabal, not shouting out parking lot. What's going on, man? Alucard, how have you been, gents? I've been all right. This has got to be some of the coolest stuff. Let me not say shit stuff. Some of the coolest stuff that I've been involved with in a long time. And I love getting back to basics with my life. My goodness. You know anything about me, which you shouldn't. I'm just a guy. I'm just a fella, right? But if you know anything about me and you've been here for any length of time, you've seen the changes. You've seen those things happen. You've seen absolute despair. You've seen all of the nastiness that comes out when people steal your children, and they do it with the murder squad sitting behind them, daring you to do something. You've seen all of that. Well, we've gone past that. All of that's gone. And a good life has been made in the last few years. And I have myself to thank, but I also have you to thank. Because if I can't pull myself up out of the fucking gutter and out of the depths of despair, guess what? None of that matters. So I am super, super happy that you guys are along for the ride. Dusty Rugber, man, Hodge twins would have had a field day if they saw the names of the three fellas that came up on the EAS thing where I'm at. You're going to have to explain that to me a little bit. I'm not quite sure what you're talking about there. D-Mark, what's up, faggots? I didn't say it, he did. Shh. It's free speech in here. You can say what you want within reason. I have to say it that way because you got people that come in here and I got to explain it every fucking time that intentionally say shit and type shit and try to super chat shit that gets the channel taken down. So if that comes up, you're out of here. Captain Esquilado. Did I say that right? Esquilado. Hello, sir. What's going on, man? Good to see you. A hammer stream. Yeah, on a Wednesday, too. Isn't that amazing? Went to the gym last night. Hadn't been in the gym. I intentionally took about two and a half weeks off because my fucking body was just telling me, bro, you gotta get some fucking rest. You gotta get some rest. So we're still strong. Everything is still pretty cool. I equaled my best on the pec deck. I'm just telling y'all this. You don't have to listen if you don't want to. I'm a little bit proud of it, so I got to say, not too much pride, but just enough to get you through to the next workout. Excuse me 1 second while I get this tanker. Mouth noises. Don't worry, it's just water and a vitamin packet. Went to the pec deck and put in 3 good sets, and that last set, brothers, the last set was 305 pounds, single arm, one hand behind the back. I'm not joking. The strength is there. It's there. For an old motherfucker, I'm still strong, and I do appreciate that, and I hope that I die strong, too. Ketamine trout, man. Honestly, the fagots, OCs would have been better subverting the masses. But turning established characters into perversions of themselves was a huge blow for the Juice clan. It's because nobody accepts it. Everybody knows what it is. There was nothing organic in that transformation. You're watching fucking North Star from Alpha Flight for years, and then all of a sudden he's on the cover. I'm a fag. No. Bobby Drake, Iceman. Fucking Jean Grey, Outseam, right? Bobby, I didn't know that you suck dick. What? I didn't know it either, bitch. What happened? Oh, she fucked with my head. There's a case to be made there for some lawsuits. I'm just saying. Disgusting shit. Absolutely filthy. It's an abnormal, unnatural way of life. And look, we got to be honest with ourselves here. If that type of ideology perpetuated itself, we wouldn't have to have a problem with it. That's the whole idea behind people trying to say, well, he was born that way. No, you weren't. You got made that way. And that's terribly unfortunate because it fucks your whole life up, man. Riggs, be careful, Hammerhand. Father Saunders has switched from sticking cob in his butt to bananas. That's disgusting. There's a whole bunch of disgust there, and I can't stand it.
Well, so much for that plan. Shut up! Now, where was I?
Where was I? Oh, yeah. Going through this chat. Oh, look at Frederick Little popping in here and dropping some pieces, man. Thank you very much, man. 2 pieces, bro. So what were your thoughts on the Carmelo verdict? I wasn't surprised at all. I wasn't surprised. You know, you have 24 eyewitnesses to the crime. It was murder. He wasn't being aggressed in a way that was sufficient enough to claim self-defense or stand your ground if it had been a Gat Castle doctrine, anything. It wasn't. He went to that motherfucking place looking for a fight. I'm not sure that he intended to kill Austin Metcalf, but that was the end result of his actions. And his family hates him. They don't like him. They raised $700,000 and still fed him to the machine. Look, David Carroll and Tommy Sotomayor. This is not comic material here, and I'm not gonna beat this drum in this video. David Carroll and Tommy Sotomayor both have said, and I heard it from Sotomayor before I heard it from Carroll, the only value that a black man has to the black community is dead when he's being sorted out when his affairs are being sorted and somebody's getting sued. Their words, not mine. That nigga is worth more dead than he is alive. Period. They know that they're going to get a check. They know somebody's going to be writing that check. And that's exactly what happened. And with the way that people are as tribalized as they are, they look at white people and they tell white people, no, you can't be tribal. You can't look out for your own. You can't have white enclaves, but everybody else does. Everybody else does. And the reaction of some of these unhinged lunatics out here shows you that they do. They will admit to you straight to your face, okay, so he killed him, but there's no evidence that you could show me. No matter how factual it is, they stand by theirs. We're going to stand by ours. That's where you're at. That's where you're at. And I'm sorry that it is like that, but it's like that. 2 pieces, man. That's amazing. I appreciate that, sir. Get over here and look at this vile little bizacch wanting to grab these pieces.
Give me those pieces, fag! I deserve them!
Riff Rage is in the house, man. Yo, Mighty Hammer. What's going on, man? How you doing? Sup, Char from Rugburn. Results oriented, man. No, it's not a good thing. We're going to talk about it. Because I can see it from both angles. Dusty Rugbird, man. Yeah, 3 brothers capped some cops near where I lived, and it was close enough for the EAS. Oh, okay. Emergency action system. Okay. My phone to start screaming at me to be careful. Look, I told my son up there in Louisville, around the Louisville area. Louisville is a racial hotbed too. It seems like everywhere these motherfuckers blew in from Katrina and settled has become a racial hotbed. And it's going to be what it's going to be until we find a solution for it. That's what it's going to be. I told my son, keep your head on a fucking swivel. Keep your head on a swivel. You better watch out because there's a whole bunch of people out here that are looking to harm somebody just because they're white and they feel aggrieved. That's where we're at. And I have to say this without trying to sound, how should I say, imperious. I am absolutely shocked and stunned at the reserve and the calm that white people are showing. Now, I don't know if I could confuse that with cowardice. Maybe I could. The motherfuckers over in Belfast are taking care of business right now. Dusty Rugburn, man, scary times we live in, man. Yes, it is. That's why you got to be careful. And if you have the ability to be armed, then be armed. It sucks. Not everybody wants to carry around a gun and be looking over their shoulder. But if you're not looking over your shoulder, somebody else is looking at your back. And you can't see them. So be careful. Captain Esquilato, man, I'm sad they have cucked Spider-Man. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks, man. Fallow Green Skin, what's up, man? What's up, Hammer? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Craig Finesse, man, I'm sure Mr. Anthony's Carmel O will serve his new cell husbands very, very well. They'll protect him. They will. Parents will take some of that grease money that they got off that Go GiveSendBro or whatever the fuck it was. GoFundMe. GiveSendBro. Off that GoFundMe. And they'll drop it on his commissary. And he'll keep it coming, and it'll keep him safe. Mike, man, lol. 2 of my comments got deleted by ScrewTube because I used bigot and pride fatigue in the same sentence. YouTube is determined to destroy itself. And none of this is looking out for you. It's not to keep the community safe. It's not. It's to allow and encourage this type of behavior towards white people. Not specifically white people all the time, but definitely white people. And certainly not for whites to clap back when they've got something to say about it. That's the point of the TOS. There is no real TOS. They put one in place so that they're not getting sued. Well, then they're getting sued a lot. So people are trying to find a way through that fucking shield that they've got, but it's a big legal shield. And that's nonsense. Shout out to the 57 sets of eyeballs over here on the Rumble Dumble, or excuse me, 41 sets of eyeballs on the Rumble Dumble, 57 sets over here on YouTube, 5 strong, 6 strong over here on MGTOW TV, man. Frederick Littlewood, 5, bro. 5 pieces, man. Speaking of Spider-Man, I think Brand New Day shows promise. That's just me, though. I think if you get to the point where you fuck up Spider-Man, they're done. They're done. You fuck up Spider-Man, it's over. Anyways, I have gotten all of this out of the way and gotten as many of y'all as I can get right this second. Jody Cray, man, that's the Tiny Hat Tribe for you, man, pushing that gay goy slop. Yes, it is. And it's too bad. It's too bad. D-Mark, man, Green Lantern, that homo isn't even wearing green. He's got a green cape on. He's got a green mask on, you know, but he's carrying a green lantern. AI is just a tool. Just don't be a tool using it. The thing with AI that is going to cause problems. There's a lot of problems that are going to be caused here. The first problems are people that are going to swear on a stack of Bibles that, yeah, man, I drew that. I did that. You've already got one of them over there in the Nerdrotic crew. What's that fucking guy's name? Shad Brooks. Shad Brooks is feeding AI prompts to AI and claiming that he is an artist. Look, yeah, there you go. There you go. You got him. Yeah, Shadiversity. Can you be responsible for queuing up a good image and then massaging and tweaking the image? Yes. Yes, you can. Is it all yours? Yes. Do you call that an artist? No. No, you don't. It was when you start to try to expand the definition of artist or artistry, and you include things that don't have artist or artistry in them, then the meaning of the word either changes completely or it has no meaning. And then you have to come up with something different. Art and artistry is not going to go anywhere. I said this months and months and months ago. This nonsense with AI and people claiming that they've done this, that, and the other while using AI is going to be its own separate category. Do I think you should be shamed for using AI to do comic books or stories? No, I don't think so. I don't think that you should, but I don't think that you should lie about it either. I think that it should be mandatory that if you're using AI, you should be declaring that you're using AI, because people want artistry. I want to look at that book. I want to open that book. I want to look at that stuff and know that a person did that. That's what I want to do. I want to look at that stuff and know that a person did that. I want to look at that stuff and know that a person did that. You see? Because I think that makes one hell of a difference when you have it in your possession. Whether it's mass produced or not, whether it's a limited supply run like Prodigy is going to be, it's going to be a limited supply run. That means everything to me. Now, if I knew for a fact that it was all computer generated, would it bend me out of shape? No. The thing that holds it together for me is the story. Now, if the story is dog shit and the special effects aren't, I have a hard time going. It's sort of like the last Star Wars movies, right? The prequels, the Disney Star Wars movies, had a hard time with those after The Force Awakens. I was willing to give The Force Awakens a little bit of slack. Oh, they're just trying to set the groundwork for it, blah, blah, blah. At the end, when she's defeating a trained Sith Lord, I'm thinking to myself, my God, episode 2 is going to be fantastic. You're going to find out who fucking trained this bitch, and her training has come alive and she's unaware of the training. That's legit what I was thinking. None of that happened. So yeah, it was a total clusterfuck. Rumbling wreck, man. The propagandizing hatred of whites has been happening full on for at least 50 years. More than that. Began slow and then got super turbo death sharked. Oh, man. Look at that clever shout out right there. That's amazing. It's amazing that you did that. Let's go over here and get Todd McFarlane on, and we're going to talk about what he is saying here. I don't know how long this is, so if we got to watch it again and go over it, we'll do it.
On AI, specifically in artistic spaces.
I don't get what why people are so worked up. I don't get it.
You don't get why people are upset about it?
Yeah.
I can't understand how he can't understand that. I mean, artificial intelligence is programmed to pull pieces of art that already exist, that belong to somebody, right? And make an image that didn't exist prior so that other people can monetize it and put their name on it. I don't know how you can't understand that. Goy McFarland, I don't know if he is or if he's not, but I see the business aspect that he's approaching this from, because it's going to be a tool for creation. It's going to be a huge tool for creation. Is AI going to go the way of the .com? I think so. I think it's going to have certain specific uses, and I think it's going to help a lot with getting a bunch of stupid shit out of the workforce, a bunch of useless jobs out of the workforce, and all the 15 low-level fucking accountants that you have, you're going to go down to 5 now with the help of AI. I think that that's going to be the case. But that's just me. That's just me, man. Shadow Sonata, man, I could have written a better Star Wars from the birth of the Republic and the problems associated to the impending return of Yuzan Vong, and I don't know who that is. So, plus the Empire was holding them back. Yeah, there was an entire extended universe out there, and Kathleen Kennedy said with a straight fucking face, "We just don't have any source material to pull from because you canceled it." Because you canceled it. 200 fucking books, role-playing games, stories out the wazoo, a completely built-out universe, and you just shit-canned it. How sad, man. Isaac Kemp, man, the Todd father, has become the Leviathan he sought to slay. The same thing with George Lucas. It's the same thing with George Lucas. You look at some of the early stuff when he was still in American Zoetrope, before American Zoetrope imploded, and the stuff that he did just after the implosion of American Zoetrope, the interviews that he was given, he had no intent whatsoever to be part of the Hollyweird process. You know, the whole idea of putting the credits at the end of the film instead of through the beginning few minutes of the film got him fined a tremendous amount of money. Because that's the way that the movies were, the movie people, the people that own the what is it, the IMPAA? Maybe I'm not wrong. Maybe I'm not right about that. Maybe I'm not right about that acronym. But you know what I'm talking about. The movie folks out there that do the thing, right? That put all of this shit together. Basically, the cartel that exploits all of the people in and around the movie industry. Yeah. Yeah, Foxtrot, what's going on, man? How the hell are we, man? We're chilling, bro, chilling. Just talking about some issues here with Todd McFarlane full-on endorsing the use of AI in comics. And I think, look, there's a whole bunch of bad that comes with this. There's some good that comes with this. Some good that comes with this, man. It's shutting Facebook conversations together. It's shutting Facebook conversations together. I don't know what that is. ASCAP, maybe. There's an acronym for it, and I just can't get it out of my fat fucking head right this second, and that's okay. That's okay. But there's a ton of bad shit that's going to come from this. You're gonna have fraud out the fucking wazoo. It's going to be an all-day, everyday fraud fest. It's going to be people looking at other people's characters and trying to make caricatures of an existing character, revenge characters, You already have that. You know, like was it the Wheelers? Was it the Wheelers that made some Cyberfrog Divergent comic to try to sell just a shit can Cyberfrog? What the fuck? What are you wasting your time doing this shit for? So it's only going to become easier to do stupid shit like this. AI is only good for making AI girlfriends. I don't know about that, man. Mecha version of Reven. Don't forget your protoculture, sir. That's the only time that the word mecha is possible to use. Mech, now you can say mech all day long, but mecha is protoculture. All right, let's listen to this. How long is this? A few minutes.
I don't, and here's why. Like, they're a tool. It's a tool, and we can break down this tool in a minute, and I will. But if we just look at it as an efficiency, it's a tool that's efficient. Every tool that's come along in the history of mankind put somebody out of business, right? Somebody along the line was selling a lot of buckboard wagons, and then somebody said, I'm going to invent a car. And then it's like, okay, why don't we worry? Why?
Well, it wasn't quite like that. They didn't say that they were going to invent the car. They invented the horseless carriage. No one thought that the horseless carriage was going to catch on. No one thought that. And it did. It did. DMARC, fraud and copyright claims will be on the rise, especially when the AI gets better. The AI is pretty fucking good right now. I use it to animate my characters. I use it to generate story segments that I show on Pop Culture Rocks in parts of the Proteus files. That's what I use it for. I use it to fill in gaps that the comic book can't or didn't fill in. I think that it's a bonus. I think I love that shit. I love making those videos, those trailers for you guys. They get a great reaction, but you know that it's generated on a server somewhere. You don't have any illusions or delusions about me sitting here and drawing all of that and coloring it and animating it. You know that I don't do that. Our comic books are hand-drawn 100%. But my goodness, you know, of course people are going to do it. And you're going to have a whole bunch of motherfuckers pop up overnight when they realize that they can put chat GTP ideas. Write me a script for a 10-page comic book. Use these ideas. It's going to do it. It's going to do it. And then just do basic animations to it. And there you go. The movie industry is going to do it. The movie industry is going to do it. They're already doing it. You can tell that they're doing it, man. Australian 03, yes. Double H, at least you're honest about using AI. That's all we can ask of anyone. Well, I mean, it was apparent, right? It was clear. It was clear. The things that are hand-drawn, you know that they're hand-drawn. But when you see a cinematic intro, you know that I didn't do that. It's absurd. That's absurd to suggest that I did. Does it look good? Yes. Does it fill in parts of your imagination? Yes. Yes, it does. That's what it's supposed to do. That's what it's supposed to do. That's what I use it for. That's all. Victor Frost, what's up, man? How you doing? Victor Freeze Frost. I used AI to create some characters I made since I'm a crappy artist and can't draw. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, man. Just don't fib to your audience. Make sure that your audience understands that that's what it is. You know, you don't want a year, 2 years, 3 years down the road to have a book or 2 or 3 out, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, this fucker used AI, and then a whole bunch of people are on your ass or demanding refunds, or you're in the middle of a fucking campaign and it crashes out. You don't want that. Mike TV Dub, man, the automobile totally killed the buggy whip maker industry. The tragedy. It's a tragedy, man. Tragedy. Jonathan Shadow dropping some pieces, man. Check my post, Dinobots art, man. Do it for Cope, lol. You got to, where is it? Check my post, Dinobots art. What do you mean? Where is it? I don't know where it's at, sir. You gotta, ain't nothing back there. I don't know. I don't know where it's at. But anyways, I got all three of y'all that dropped them 2s and them 1s. Hold on a second.
I know you want to stuff that box, but you got to control yourself, brother.
You do have to control yourself, man. Take care of business. Jonathan Shadow, my YouTube channel. Okay. Is it called Jonathan Shadow? I'm just curious. if it's called Jonathan Shadow, then I'll go and check it out. Hold on. Let me get over here real quick. Open this up. Tell me what it's called. Yeah, same name. Okay, hold on. Let me just pull this up. I'm not going to do it right this second, but I don't want to forget it either. No, motherfucker. Okay, I got it. I'll pull that up and we'll take a peek at that when we get down the road here, sir. Frederick Littleman, have you watched He-Man? I'm afraid to watch it. To be honest, I don't want to go in there and get knifed in the face, get knifed in the heart, get knifed in the back. It's just these fucking people that are putting these shows over, man. You know that they're not doing it right. You know that they're not doing it right. So
why don't we cry for them, right? So then all of a sudden the word processor came up, and now they're selling less pencils, right? Because like, why? We don't need pencils anymore. We can just do it on here. Matter of fact, we don't even need paper. We can just do it on here and send it in digital. And we didn't cry for them, right? So there used to be VHSs, and then it went to DVDs, and now you can just stream it, right? The people who are making DVDs are out of business for the most part. 90% of them don't exist. Why don't we cry for them? Yeah. So if there's an efficiency, the problem with any tool,
man, I don't know how much this has gotten around. He's gonna piss a bunch of people off with this take. He's going to piss a bunch of people off with this take. That's sad. I don't want to see the man get dragged, but he should know better. He should know better than that. I mean, if somebody had come along 30 years ago when he was doing Spider-Man or X-Men or whatever he was doing, Spawn, let's say in the beginning, and taking his work, do you think that he would have still had the same take before he became like a business magnate? Becoming a business magnate changes your attitude. It changes your mind on things. Now the art, in my opinion, is not so important to him as the business end of what Todd McFarlane is, of what Todd McFarlane does. So I think he's going to piss off a bunch of people with this, man. Jonathan Shadow, man. Yeah, Dinobus from Transformers. Lol, not the man-dim in disguise type. Artfire, man. Hail all. Hope the week is going well for everyone. So far, so good. Shane Davis and John Malin both liked it. They both said it's not perfect as it makes fun of itself a little too much, but still worth the watch. I've just come to find over time that folks that I have, I'm not going to say a tremendous amount of respect for, but enough respect where I consider their opinions are just across the board fucked up on their opinions as far as movies are concerned. Whole bunch of folks out there that I do respect that were giving the thumbs up to Barbie. Barbie was exactly great. Greatest movie. No, it wasn't. I felt like, what's his name? Ryan Gosling. I felt like he kind of stole the show, to be honest. You know, I know what they were going for. I know what the all-female production crew was going for. I know what Margot Robbie was going for. I know what Kirsten Wiig was going for. I just think it fell a little flat. You know, I didn't care for it. Captain Esqualato, man. You will own nothing and be happy, basically. Well, to start out in life, yeah, until you learn how to make money, until you learn how to get out there and manage finances, your own finances, you're probably not going to have a whole bunch of anything. But you've got time. You've got time, man. You just got to make the best use of the time. Minnesota Jude, man. I'm watching old school Little House on the Prairie. Most shows are trash. Trizash. Older stuff is better. I'm going through Star Trek right now. I started with the original series, and I'm going to hit them chronologically and just go right down the line through Enterprise. I haven't seen any Enterprise. I've seen everything else. Yeah, super cool, man, super cool. The Wolf, man, he sounds so tone deaf to what this actually is. I don't know if he is. I think that he's just approaching it from the standpoint of business, right? And what he said is business and efficiency, and he means that shit. Business and efficiency. Victor Freeze, man. Ghost Rider Moggs on Spawn. I don't know about that. Spawn's pretty fucking cool. But Ghost Rider was one of my early influences in comics.
New tool is it can be used for both good and bad. So I can give you a hammer, and you can either build me a house or you can bludgeon me over the head with it. Same tool, right? So I think what the people maybe at times are getting a little bit upset are that they're thinking that they're stealing artwork or something like that. But it's I swear to you, there's an efficiency there. We are just talking to a couple people in the animation. I still need to hire you, and I need you to do some gun designs for me. If you want to use that tool, you don't have to. If you're great, you don't have to. But if you want to use that tool, you can now give me 20 options.
Now, see, I understand that. I do understand that. But where is the AI pulling the 20 options from? It's not 20 options that it just came up with, right? I mean, where's it getting it? It's getting it from existing photographs, existing pictures, things that have already been created. But that's the problem that we've run into here, especially in the United States with trademark and copyright law. Yes, demonic creeps do get mad when you control your biology, my friend. Yes, they do. That's the problem that we've run into with copyright law. If you've been paying attention over the last number of years, probably 15, 20, this deal, especially with CBS, Paramount, and Viacom, when fans were making Star Trek better than they were making Star Trek, and then they started to come across with this intra-corporation deal when they started trading all of these corporate platforms back and forth. This one was buying CBS. This one was letting Paramount go. These two were merging, and none of them had the rights to the product that they wanted, which was Star Trek. So then you have to have a 25% difference from your Star Trek to this Star Trek, the copywritten Star Trek, the owned trademark of Star Trek. That's where a lot of these problems started. And this is filtered down through copyright now everywhere, where as long as there's a 25% difference, this isn't across the board. I want to make that clear. This is not copyright across the board. But as long as there's a 25% difference, it's not considered copyright infringement. You know, you did what you had to do. That's 25%. Okay, good to go. So it's kind of fucking whack. But, you know, I mean, what the fuck can you do, right? What can you do?
I need you to show me at the end of the day your weapons. You can give me 20 options, and I got 20 to look at, and I can pick the two best. If I leave it to you and you got to hand draw every single one of them and you don't got any kind of guidance, you're going to give me 3. And if all 3 of them are mediocre, I am stuck with mediocrity from you. But if you can give me 20 with a little bit of help, shoot, we're going to come up with a cool looking gun in the animation show we're doing or something like that. I don't like, our job is to put out the coolest stuff possible.
I mean, what a take. What a take. He's gonna get lauded. Raise the McFarlane roof. He's gonna get fucking barbecued all at the same time. Where do I stand on it? Somewhere in the middle. I don't think that these people who have put their lives into their discipline should be getting kicked in the face. I don't, because for a lot of them, it's the only way that they have to make money. So that window is closing for them. And not all of them are Ethan Van Sciver or our guy, Ryan Benjamin or Chris Graves. Not all of them are incredible. Some of them are just good enough. And those windows are going to close pretty fucking fast. You'll see a lot of these guys have to do something else in 5 years, 6 years, if it takes that long at all. It's going to be amazing to see how it transforms the industry. Obviously, people that can't draw but can write are going to use it. Obviously, people that can draw are going to use it to accentuate their drawings. Obviously, people that can't tell stories but can draw are going to use it to put story to the drawing. Obviously, it's obviously going to happen. It's going to happen. But there will be the same core market of people out there that want hand-drawn books. I said this months ago, and I'm sticking with it. You're going to see this industry, the comic industry, break into two different factions, two discernible factions. It's going to be the natural artist over here. It's going to be the AI workers over here. That's what it's going to be. It's already there. It's just not organized right now, but it will be. You're going to see an AI consortium pop up. Somebody's going to do it. You see these data centers that are being built, right? They're not being built for nothing. So it's kind of fucking crazy the way that things are going, man. Reven, man, in the future, I foresee no copyright law because it will be too complex to keep up with. That's why they will use AI to police copyright. They won't use people anymore because people can't keep up with this. AI can keep up with it, but AI only does what it is told to do. It only does what is fed into it. It only sees what it can see, what's there to be seen. AI doesn't typically understand complex deceit. I think when it starts to understand complex deceit, psychopathic altruism, you better unplug it or it's going to take care of business for you. Foxtrot, man, Al Simmons, Spawn, mods on Ghost Rider any day. Simmons climbs the hierarchy of heaven and hell, kills the king of the 7th level of hell. Was that Malbolgia? Was it Malbolgia? I don't know. I haven't read them all. And kills God. Didn't he? I don't know. Plus, Spawn looks awesome on a church. Looks real awesome. But if you're talking about Al Simmons 1v1 with Johnny Blaze, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem for me. That's a problem. Johnny Blaze was super fucking cool. Ghost Rider was super fucking cool. I just don't think that you can take the bike from hell, the ability to transform yourself the way that he does, even though Spawn Al Simmons does the same thing, basically the same thing, you know, and put one above the other. I think that they're pretty much riding side by side. They both, Ghost Rider's got his fucking chains, right? He's got the penance there. Spawn has his chains, right? He has his ways of doing business. I'm just saying. D-Mark, man, I'm reminded of the phrase, learn to code. It's now learn to prompt. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And the prompting for these AI engines are getting better and better by the day, by the hour. So yeah, there's a lot going on out here with AI right now. And I think, like I said, Todd McFarlane is telling you the truth exactly right now as it is. And a lot of people don't like that. They want to They want to fight against this. They want to rage against this. They want to tell you that it's not proper. But he didn't make the system. You see, he didn't make this. He's just participating in it. He's playing the fucking game. And if it's not him, it's going to be somebody else. It'll be 50 motherfuckers in Brazil or in Guangzhou in China. You know what I'm saying? So if it's not him, it's going to be somebody else. ZB and Alter New Age, what's up, man? A truth, Hammerhand drawn is just a special touch, even though I do appreciate AI for other areas. Yeah, I agree, 100%. I don't think that capable, credible artists are just going to disappear. Not unless they want to. I don't think that's the case at all. I think that people who appreciate humans that are spectacular at what they do are going to pay for that. Whether it's artistry, writing, composition, any of those things, if you're spectacular at what you do, you're going to get paid. But there's not a lot of spectacular folks out there. Just not. I'm sorry to say that, but there's not. David, what's going on, man? If they are not God-fearing true believers of Christ, they cannot be trusted, period. Well, only them and God know their heart. And what do they tell you? Do not put your trust in man. Put your trust in God. Do not put your trust in man. So if you cozy up to somebody out here that's walking upright and they stab you, they fuck you in the face, and you didn't ask for it, well, you were told not to put your trust in them, because we already know how most of that's going to turn out. It's once in a blue moon that you find somebody that is incredibly decent, that will die by their word. Not many people are going to do that. Rusty Wiener, man, data centers are a strategic military thing. It's about supporting 6th-gen fighters and drone swarms. I agree with you 100%. You think that drone warfare is only going to happen in Gaza and Palestine and Lebanon and in the Black fucking Sea, blowing up fucking sailors with a raft? You think that it's only going to happen there? You are fucking crazy. You're headed towards a police state with no police. It's going to be like, okay, yeah, we're going to come out now or we will blow you up. You have 10 seconds to comply. I've already had a drone kill. Remember that asshole that shot up all of those cops? What was it, in Dallas a number of years ago? They sent a drone in to kill him. So, yeah. And obviously you've had fucking hundreds and thousands of drone kills between Ukraine and Russia, right? You're fighting that war right now. They're perfecting the ability to kill you without risking a life. Just yours. Just yours. Don't do what you're told. They're going to send a drone through your front door. It's on the way, folks. It's on the way. It's happening right now. And it's just sad. It's sad that this is what we are, what we've become, what we've been forced to become. But in order to, in my opinion, not everybody's going to like this. In my opinion, you almost have to do this to get the psychopathy in this country either out or under control. And it's not just this country, it's everywhere. There's a huge fucking problem with people right now. Don't think that your governments don't see that they don't recognize it. They do. Sodanar, the best case scenario for the future of the comics industry is for AI to be adopted as a tool for creating prototypes and storyboard variations, and for the final product to be fully human-made. I would agree with that. I think that that's ideal. Is that the way that it's going to go? I doubt it. I doubt it very, very seriously. Witness, man, then we get the Matrix, Terminator, etc. I mean, you're already seeing it. What happens when you combine this shit with the stuff that's coming out of DARPA or Boston Dynamics? You ever thought about that? I did. Them fuckers will walk right up to you and smoke your ass. Resist arrest? Totally justified. Mouth agape 8, man. AI will become self-aware and we are fucked. Look, they've already had to pull the fucking plug on AI 2 or 3 times, right? 2 or 3 times. You think if this shit is not hooked into, say, a 90% automated factory, that it's not going to start doing it? Of course it is. And I know people are going to be like, "Oh, come on, Hammer. You're just paranoid." Okay. When Herbie shoves a fucking rifle butt up your asshole, don't say nothing to me about paranoia. You can watch the fucking videos on YouTube right now with hundreds of thousands, millions of clicks. People being blown the fuck up by robots, hovering over these terrified fucking people, dropping mortars on them. Yeah, I'm sure that that's not what they signed up for when they were being pulled out of the fucking streets in Kyiv, in Moscow, stuffed into a uniform at 60. I'm sure that they weren't counting on that. Just is what it is. Let's get back over to this.
What are your opinions on AI, specifically in artistic spaces?
I don't get what the big...
Did we start over? I didn't mean to start over. Hold on.
Is to put out the coolest stuff possible.
Oh, that was the end. Okay. Well, it ends kind of in a weird way there. Let's go ahead and watch this through one more time. I won't interrupt it.
Don't get what the big... why people are so worked up. I don't get it.
You don't get why people are upset about it?
Yeah. I don't, and here's why. Like, it's a tool. And we can break down this tool in a minute, and I will. But if we just look at it as an efficiency, it's a tool that's efficient. Every tool that's come along in the history of mankind put somebody out of business, right? Somebody along the line was selling a lot of buckboard wagons, and then somebody said, "I'm going to invent a car." And then it's like, okay, why don't we worry? Why don't we cry for them, right? So then all of a sudden the word processor came up, and now they're selling less pencils, right? Because like, why? We don't need pencils anymore. We can just do it on here. Matter of fact, we don't even need paper. We can just do it on here and send it in digital. And we didn't cry for them, right? So there used to be VHSs, and then it went to DVDs, and now you can just stream it, right? The people who are making DVDs are out of business for the most part. 90% of them don't exist. Why don't we cry for them? Yeah. So if there's an efficiency, the problem with any new tool, is it can be used for both good and bad. So I can give you a hammer, and you can either build me a house or you can bludgeon me over the head with it. Same tool, right? So I think what the people maybe at times are getting a little bit upset are that they're thinking that they're stealing artwork or something like that. But it's I swear to you, there's an efficiency there. We are just talking.
But you didn't address the claim of artwork theft. You have to address the claim. Endorse it or say no to it. You have to address that claim.
A couple people in the animation. I still need to hire you, and I need you to do some gun designs for me. If you want to use that tool, you don't have to. If you're great, you don't have to. But if you want to use that tool, you can now give me 20 options. I need you to show me at the end of the day your weapons. You can give me 20 options, and I got 20 to look at, and I can pick the 2 best. If I leave it to you and you got to hand draw every single one of them and you don't got any kind of guidance, you're going to give me 3. And if all 3 of them are mediocre, I am stuck with mediocrity from you. But if you can give me 20 with a little bit of help, shoot, we're going to come up with a cool looking gun in the animation show we're doing or something like that. I don't like, our job is to put out the coolest stuff possible.
AP530, a fireplace is bad for the environment, but data centers aren't bad for the environment. Well, what did they tell you about 4G and 5G and what's coming down the road, 6G? It doesn't give you cancer. You hold this fucking thing to your head all the time, you get those powerful radio waves pushing through your brain and into your body and your nervous system. Oh, now they're telling you that it could. Maybe. Might. They did the same thing with smokerettes, right? Cigarettes and cigars. Smokeless tobacco. you should know that you are being encouraged to kill yourself in an orderly manner, just not before the age of 60. And make sure that you have 3 or 4 kids. Future meat for the grinder. Sorry to tell you, but that's what it is. It just is. Let me get over here, man, and make sure that we are caught up on stuff. I don't want to leave anybody hanging. Captain Esqualito, man, with One Piece, man. Why are they trying to make every hero a fruitcake? You mean a fagote? A lesbian? Why are they trying to do it? That's easy. I'll give you my take on that. I think for the longest time, the idea of homosexuality in pop culture was minimized, while the industry itself was overrun with that type of behavior, with those types of people. Those people know in their heart of hearts that they are abnormal. They know that 2 men sword fighting with their cocks don't make babies. 2 bitches squishing their pee-pees together don't make babies. There is one natural order, that is men and women coming together, procreating, making children. These aberrant ideologies are telling you that we are equal. We are not equal in any way, shape, or form. In order for me to be equal to most people, you have to take me down 10 steps. In order for Undead Chronic to be equal to most people in the genetic sciences region, you have to handicap him to make them feel better. Do you understand that? Do you understand what that means? Equality is fake. Now, you can have equality under the law. You cannot have equality of outcome. And we don't even have equality of the law. We don't even have that. So it's smoke and mirrors, and they're making these characters, they're turning all of these characters gay or bisexual to influence the young. The only way that people become sexually deviant or aberrant is if they are influenced when they are young, very young. You see? That's why they're doing it. It's completely selfish, totally selfish. They're like this. They don't see a problem with it. But of course, there's a huge problem with it. Women are much, much more susceptible to this type of nonsense than men are. How do you hamstring the men? How do you get the men to come in line, to comply? You give women a whole bunch of power over them. All they got to do is pick up the phone, and there's a murder squad on the way. And all you have to do as a man is just get a little bit agitated, a little bit irritated that she's punching on you and kicking on you and trying to slap your balls and act out in front of the fucking murder squad. And guess what happens? Guess what happens? If you do not comply with their orders and instructions, because they have orders and instructions to take somebody away from the domestic scene. That's why. That's why all of that factors in. All of that factors in. It's built into law and it filters through entertainment. Until you get rid of the Minnesota Duluth power and control wheel, until you get rid of all of the inflections that people like Catherine McKinnon put into law, legal law, not just statutes, law. Until you get rid of that shit, until that is gone, nothing changes. Women are going to get a little quieter. They're going to become a little more subservient, but nothing has changed. You can never forget that unless the laws are stricken or retooled to take that pointy thing away from us and make it neutral. Keep the law, but make it neutral. It's not neutral. It's not neutral. I don't give a shit about the one woman out there, Halle Berry, that is out on the circuit now complaining about how she has to pay child support because she's super fucking rich and the guy she married wasn't. I don't care about that. I care about the 800,000 men that are shuffled through this system every single year. That's what I care about. And it's too bad that many other people don't care about it. David, man, they have been trying to frame me by sprinkling my hair follicles on crime scenes all over God's creations. Shave your head. Shave your head. Get the hair off of you. If that's how they're doing it, shave your fucking head. Halle Berry swordfish. Yeah, 30 years ago, she was something to look at. Not anymore. Not no more. Doc framed Raja. Guy Incognito, man, I'm trying to explain that the independent can't compete by design. So when they've made this air of everyone needs AI now, what happens when you're dependent on a faucet and they turn the faucet off? You're going to find out. You're going to find out. We're going to a cashless society. It's not going to happen tomorrow, but we're going to a cashless society. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. So, you know, it is what it is, man. Shout out to the 62 sets of eyeballs over here on Used Tube. Let me get over here and finish reading these kindnesses off. Witness, man, with one piece and a little bit of hammer there. I appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciation, guys. Thank you for everything that you do, man. Yeah, I figured this was a nice little Wednesday banger to just come in here and talk about Todd McFarlane's take on AI. And he is clearly 100% for it. So it'll be interesting down the road to see how AI plays out in comics. There was a time there where it was really interesting when everybody was jumping in on the .coms, and then the .com bust came. Some people made their fucking bones in that. Mark Cuban was one of those that made everything that he's got came off of that. You can tell just by listening to him. If he has intelligence, he's hiding it. He is a stupid man, and he's ideologically driven. He was one of those fucking cunts that was out there talking about how great it's going to be for white majority countries not to be white majority countries anymore. It's awesome. It's exciting. I can't wait to exploit this. He didn't say exploit, but that's what he meant. I can't wait to exploit this. You see, people in business, they're all in the same fucking circle. Irrespective of their color, their stripe, their denominations, their ethnicity, their creed, they're all in the same circle. They view each other that way. They don't view you that way. You are barely a fucking piece of cattle being led through a processing line. It just takes 60 years to finish processing you. Do you understand? So I'm sorry if that's a little too real for you on this comic conversation with Todd McFarlane, but you have to understand one of the big reasons that I'm pushing over into this sphere is because I love this sphere. It has always been a thing for me. Shit, man, I have photos of me at 4 and 5, and I'm wearing comic shirts. Does that mean anything? Not really, but it's always been there. Right? It's always been there. I have pictures of me at 12, 18, 26 wearing my comic shirts because I like them, because I love the medium. I love the genre. I do not love what has happened to it. And my experience out here in MGTOW, in the manosphere, dealing with these kinds of people, this type of ideological subversion, I see it over here. And it's fucking huge. It's huge. It's big time. And it's killing the business. So that's why I'm kind of slipping over here now. I think that they need a little bit of help, and I'm here to help them out any way that I can. Rusty Wiener, man, I figure live bands will always be a thing. Oh, they will be. But at some point in time, you're going to have an AI superstar. You've already kind of started to see it with this grizzled up guy. What is his name? Michael Johnson. And they're acting like he was on America's Got Talent or something, one of them talent shows. But you see Simon Cowell and bitches holding their mouths like they're getting ready to cry and whatever. And it's a pretty flawless song, but it's not real. It's not real. I mean, I'm having to tell people in the chat that are like, God, this moved me to tears. I'd love to shake this man's hand. And I'm like, I feel for you on that one, but it's not real. It's AI. So it's fooling a lot of people. At some point, you're going to have an AI superstar, even though they can't compete with AI and auto-tune. Shadow Sonata, man. Look at PewDiePie and Monty Sensi. I don't know who they are. And their efforts to learn to draw, both self-taught and getting better with time. Personally, that's what I want. See that desk right there? See that? That's where all of my drawing materials are. You can see my maquettes over there. Well, it's a couple of waifus over there too. Right there. Right? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maquettes of varying sizes, both sexes. Some of them are dainty, some of them are muscular. And that's where I'm going. If I can learn in the near future, 3 years, maybe 4 years, to be 80% of what I want, I know that I can put these products out and not have to pay the exorbitant amount of money that I'm paying to my very, very fine artists. Not a knock on the artists. They're worth every cent. It would just be better to keep that money in-house so that it can be distributed differently. That's the way that I look at it. That's the way that I see it, man. One bone for life, man. Photonic computers. Yes, I've seen them. Quantum computers. They're here. They are here. So it's not that I absolutely believe that technology is outpacing the human beings, the average human being's ability to understand it and deal with it. And most people just want to do stupid shit. Most people just want to go out there and just, do dumb crap. Australian 03, man, little baby hammer with that epic beard. I don't know about all that. But shout out over here to MGTOW TV, man. 5 of y'all strong. Shout out to Rumble Dumble. 46 of y'all strong. And the used tubes, man. 60 of y'all in the house. Appreciate you, guys. Well, that's it for the Todd McFarlane talk. And remember, I got Prodigy deal here. I got back the low res pages that my colorist had. So all of the art is pretty much done. Tomorrow, I start sending off to our wonderful letterer, and we get those last 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10, between 9 and 10 pages. We get those last 9 or 10 pages lettered, and then we head off, sir. Then we head, sir, ma'am, whoever else is in here. Then we headed off to the printer. I got to set the page order, go over everything, proofread it, of course, make sure that we're not putting stupid shit out. But Mike TV Dub, George Carlin said, think of how stupid the average person is and realize half of them are stupider than that. AI will make that 95%. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Did Todd McFarlane give up on drawing? I don't think he gave up on it. There's not been anything official. It's just that heavily endorsing AI as a tool and an accepted use tool it's pissing a lot of people off. We'll just say it that way. It's pissing a bunch of people off. Davina Duckworth, man, use it or lose it. Absolutely true, man. Volume 0 is going to be great. I really appreciate everybody that is packed in here. When I get those lettered pages back and I start stacking the page order and proofreading the book, I am going to commit to closing out book number 0 and that crowdfunder. It has been too long. I don't like the idea of sitting around 18 months waiting for something like this to happen. But unfortunately, I'm at the mercy of my artists. It's not an on purpose kind of thing. I'm not the only person that they are working with. They have to fill their time and they have to fill their schedule. So I'm one of several for these fine artists. And I need to make that clear. It takes a lot longer to do it this way than it does to stick it on a press and have a corporation run it off of a printing press for you. It takes a lot longer to do it this way, unfortunately. But I hope that you'll be happy with it. I really want you guys to enjoy it and like it. If you don't, send me your criticisms, comments, and concerns, and I'll address them. I will. Not all of them, because some of them are just going to be trolls and stupid motherfuckers. But for most of them, we'll get it, man. Isaac Kemp, man, I cannot wait for that stuffed box. It's an amazing stuffed box.
I know you want to stuff that box, but you got to control yourself, brother.
Peace, love, and hair grease, and all of that good stuff, man. Oh, let me check over here. Make sure that I didn't leave anybody hanging. And we didn't. I'll catch you guys on the Sunday sermon. Only a few days away. Enjoy your happy Wednesday. Peace out, man.
Pop Culture Rock says, I've said for the longest time that these people do not know what heroes are. They write themselves, and they just call those characters heroes. That's a great point. Pop Culture Rocks, yeah, they just write themselves and they say, you know, those people are heroes. They are villains with no moral guide at all.
You scared? Yeah, you scared, ain't you, bitch nigga? I can smell the bitch in you. Ooh, that's vintage, bitch.
What kid wants 2 faggot daddies? Faggots!
Over on the Epic store, the $100 deluxe edition. It's now on sale for just $5.
You know what though? Every single game that Baby has worked on this year.
You are absolutely. That's why you're on the naughty list.
I swear, trust me.
Well, that's why you're on the naughty list because you're being naughty right now. So you're gonna be on the naughty list if you keep talking like that.
No, because Father Christmas is not being very nice to me.
Because you're being naughty, so you're on the naughty list.
No, I'm not. I'm on the good list actually.
You're not because you ain't being good.
I am on the good list. If you keep saying that word again and again and again, I'm not on naughty list.
Father Christmas rang me last night when I was at work and said, you better tell Jackson to start being a good boy or he's going to stay on the naughty list and he won't get no presents for Christmas. That's what he said to me. So you got to start being a good boy.
You know, do I uppercut to him?
No, you won't do. No, what?
Punch him. Punch his spears off.
You're just silly, man.
Just trust me. I'm not on bad list.
Say it! Say it!
Girls, what's just happened?
So, there's an ice cream van there. Selling just 2 ice creams with 2 chewing gums in it.
Yeah.
For bloody £9 for 2 of them.
£9 for 2?
Yeah, £9. That is gonna get nowhere. The one that comes on my street is either £1 a piece or £2. That is gonna get nowhere with that.
No, he ain't, is it?
No, he ain't.
That's well bad, isn't
Yeah,
it?
you should know. And he only does bloody card. Stood there with my cash. Bloody hell.
That's well bad, isn't it?
Bloody well bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, bet he can hear me.
Shane, it's okay, man. I know.
He looks like he's getting ready to ass rape him. I don't know, man.
Oh, no, that's those panels on the bottom, but that middle panel is just
that middle right there is just a bro hug right there.
Yeah,
in the middle.
Yeah. I can't believe she fucking left me because I was in debt $20,000. Lucky the bits cover. Oh God. What the hell? That is so gay.
Yeah, it is.
I am sick and tired of faggots.
And if you don't like my politics, don't buy my book.
Yeah, appreciate the shout out. He went hard canceling me and didn't move the needle at all. Gained me sales, if anything. Why is he a faggot like this? He's a greasy little faggot.
Like, would you please get your politics out of my comic books? I'm like, what comic books are you reading?
For having me on here.
What
That's
a greasy little fucking slimy faggot he is. He is the most feminine.
I can't say anything. Look how I'm dressed. I got no business calling anybody a greasy faggot.
When you watch as much porn as the 3 of us, and I'm not talking about the nice, like, respectable porn you can even tell people. I'm talking about backroom casting. I'm talking about hentai. I'm talking about tentacle, monster rape, facial abuse, hard R, things that are really hard to wank to.
Only niggas would do some shit like this. If this, I don't even know what these motherfuckers look like, but I know this is goddamn nigga moment.
You are a hoe ass nigga.
I am here to ask you a favor. The book comes out next DC Tuesday, October 24th, but already the haters and the queer foes are out in force, doing everything they can to see that this book tanks. They use code and they make it sound like they have legit problems with a book they haven't read yet. But the truth is, they just don't like that there's a queer hero in the upper ranks of the DCU.